does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my ass down. Here lies them getting paid for never take a.
It's girly power. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Throwing on first down. Carson, it's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now let's go!
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
To play running back in today's NFL, you need to be versatile, and that really defines Le'Veon Bell because if you hand it to him, he won't turn it down. 321 carries in 2017. And if you want to throw it to him, well, they targeted him 106 times last season as well, which was second in running backs only to Christian McCaffrey. So Le'Veon Bell is a defensive nightmare when you try to figure out where he's going to be on the field to try to defend him.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Goff. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Kill. Go. Check.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. We'll take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But in the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Super 66. Tiger.
Here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. first down. Carson, and that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On second down, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On third down, Carson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw is gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throw complete right side to Colts. Now the ball comes loose, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. And now out come the Steelers. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And some strong running. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Carson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Deuce. Go.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Shell.
From the 50, it's gone. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Super 66.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Pretty move. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on third. Goff. Forced out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Goff on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Harbaugh. 11.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Green, 39!
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Switzer complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Back to throw. Carson goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Carson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, Carson, and he finds McDonald. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Carson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again. Carson, he's going to float this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom,
Operating from the gun, Carson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Good. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on first down. Carson. On the left side, it's McDonald. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
From the gun, Carson keeps himself upright, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun, Carson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw, gone. Flushed out right. Going up top for Kupp. They've got his man, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, gone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Woods the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
76, tell him. 76. 76. Maverick.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And Zerline's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Joe Mixon over 100 on the ground in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Louis. 12. 180.
They go play action here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Super 66. Yes, sir.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll go again with Bell. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On 3rd down, here's Bell, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done. On offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cornell.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. And oh, it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. There's Bell, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake. Carson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Goff. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Oh, incomplete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carson, a screen to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Carson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 55 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Blue.
On 1st down, Carson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
To throw on second down is gone. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Spinning again. Oh, now he bowls him over. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And now running right through it. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. He's back to throw. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. Let's look at the big man rumble. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Prater for the extra point, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Oh, spinning away. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
14.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
A give to Bell. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Again, it's Bell. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off-play action. Carson, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steelers defense getting ready here. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think you said a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage and maybe an extra step or 2 back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
17.
Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Super 66. Dula. Shell.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth.